Online, just give me a couple of minutes. We'll start. Okay. Yeah, Divya, it's fine. Thank you. Thanks for asking. Okay, so I think we can start now. So in last class, we have seen the concept of Terraform intro, Terraform lifecycle, and Terraform variables concept. In statefile also we have seen it. In today's session, we are going to speak about the concept of variables of TF vars. Which one? Let's assume, for example, the concept is going to be very, very interesting now. See, you want to create the resources. Yep. For suppose that I have seen today, like the issue is very easy, I can fix it. Right. I'll explain the issue actually. What the issue I seen on that support guy. I'll explain this lively on class today. So in today's session, we are going to speak about the concept of variables, outputs. Okay. So already we seen the variable file in the last class, correct or not, guys? So in today's class, I'm going to teach about the file called variable.tfvar, like .tfvar actually. .tfvar main purpose is to store the variable separately. Let me show you. In the main.tf, what you are having? AWS instance with label name 1. You are having it as variable, instance count, AMI, instance type. But here, are you seeing the values here? No. Why? Because values will be storing on variables file. Which file? Variables file. So I am gonna delete the values here also. I'm going to delete the value here also. If I put all the values in a separate file, then that is what we can call as TF bars. Which one? I'll explain the concept why we need to use TF bars. For example, let's say Terraform main purpose is to reusability. Correct or not, sir? I want to create two different environments. How many environments? Let's see. What are the differences here means? Let me tell you. For example, this will be made two environments. Environment number 1 and environment number 2. So here, first environment is called as dev environment. Which environment? Let me increase some font size. It is a dev environment. Sir, in the dev environment, my requirement is I need to have count of servers is equal to 1. Count 1 I need to have. And type of the instance is equal to T2 micro. So, and the name of the server, I want it as dev server. Which server? That is my requirement. So, in dev environment, I need to have count number of servers is equal to 1. Similarly, I want the instance type as T2 micro, and I want name of the server will be dev server. So in the same ways, like I want to create my testing infrastructure. Which infrastructure? So for test environment, I want to count is equal to 2 and type is equal to T2 medium. And I want to name is equal to test server. Which server? Test server. Like that. So now you tell me, do I have the same configuration or different configuration now? Different configuration. So whenever, if you want to create infrastructure with different configurations, in that case, we are going to use the concept called variable.tfvars. Variable.tfvars. Why? Because let me tell you one thing. Sir, for example, currently you are having main.tf. What you are having? Main.tf. And you are having variable.tf. In main.tf, you can declare values like this, and in variable dot, you can give count is equal to 1, AMI is equal to radiat, instance type is equal to T2 micro. If you create a developing infrastructure, for testing also you need to modify the values or not, sir? Think logically. First of all, I have given developing infrastructure values. Once it got created, again this same file I need to remodify. Again for production, I need to remodify again one more time. Instead of doing the process like this, keep the values in a separate file. So for different configurations, different file. So now if you keep like this, now what will happen? Automatically you need not to modify any file. If I want developing infrastructure, use dev file. If I want testing infrastructure, I can use test file like that. That is the whole concept of the TF vars concept. Which concept? TF vars. So let me go and next you TF vars. Okay. So in Terraform, TF vars means when you have multiple configuration for Terraform, to create resource, we can use the concept TF will store the different configuration on the different files. On execution time, we need to pass command line itself. So now let's go and see this on the practical. It'll be clarity now. For example, I need to add one more variable here. BM. So I'll go to main.tf first. Internet is working too slowly. In the main.tf, I need to add one thing here. Basically, I don't want to give variable for AMI. Why? Because AMI is common for both of the environments. If you don't want to give, you can remove or you can put it. I am putting it here. But if you don't want, you can remove this. So what is the one thing I want to add? I want to add the tags. Why? Because name is also a variable. Whenever the value is changing, you need to put here variable. So put tags is equal to, how can I define the variable of tag here? Name is equal to, guys, in tag n should be capital. If you give small, it's not going to acceptable. Okay. Name is equal to, take it from var dot instance underscore name. But after going for this, in the variable.tf file also, you need to add one more variable block. That is which block? Instance name. So here variable called instance name. Now here, if you go for main.tf, is it aligned properly? The syntax properly? No. To correct syntax, which command we can use? Terraform fmt, not tmf. Fmt stands for format. Now see how it is going to be look like very clearly. Aligned properly or not. So now in the above file, you are having instance count as variable, instance AMI as variable, instance type as variable, and instance name is also going to be variable. How many variables you are having now? That means in the variable block or a variable file, how many variables you need to define now? 4. So I create main.tf and I create variable.tf. But am I passing online? How about now? Is it clear for you now? Okay. So now see, I have given main.tf and I have given variable.tf, but have a different value like values here. No, why? Because I want to define values on separate file. Why? Because I have the multiple configurations here. So now create the file called dev.tfvars. Dev.tfvars. Okay. So basic name will be terraform.tfvars. You need to give like this. Basic name will be terraform.tfvars, but you can choose a different name also. I'm choosing dev.tfvars. Now first, what is the first variable name? Instance count. What is the value here for instance count? 1. Second variable is instance AMI. Instance. So take one AMI ID and give it. So currently I'm having one running instance. Of course, you can take this AMI and you can give this AMI ID also. That is completely fine. AMI. See, in real time, use AMI for all the missions, right? But if you use different AMI, that is also completely fine. Here currently I'm using the same AMI. Like you can check some other in like any other AMI also. Copy this one, paste it. So third one is instance type. Instance type. What is the instance type I want for dev environment? You can see here. For dev environment, count will be 1, type will be T2 micro, name will be dev server. Put T2 micro. Finally, instance name. Instance name will be what here? Dev server. Correct or not, sir? Like that. Now, copy the same configuration for test.tfvars. Which one? What I am doing is, instead of writing this one more time, I will use simply cp dev.tfvars to test.tfvars. Why? Because again, you can open test.tfvars. Again, you need to write them. It's a very big process. If you copy, you can change the value. For testing, how many instances you need to create? 2. AMI will be same. Instance type will be T2 medium. Name of the server will be test server. So now if I write this whole thing, it will take a lot of time or not, sir? So simply I copied it. Okay, like that. So now see, I'll be explaining the TF vars from the scratch again. First of all, here I have main.tf. In main.tf, I can see the values have been referred to the variables. But do I have variable block inside main.tf? No. Terraform will go and search for the variable file. In the variable file also, I have the variable block name. But do I have the variable values? No. Now Terraform will search for the TF vars automatically. So here I have two TF vars, dev.tf vars. In dev.tf vars, instance count is defined as 1. So instance name can be defined as Amazon Linux. Instance type can be defined as T2 micro. Instance name can be defined as dev server. So similarly, if I open the test.tf vars, here also I define count will be 2, AMI will be AMI, T2 medium, and server will be test server. Now, which infrastructure you want to create? You can take that file and you can directly give it to the apply. Even if you want to add for production also, here you can go and add production. So here in the below one, I have given the dev.tf vars and I have given the test.tf vars and I have given the prod.tf vars. Even if you want prod, so let me go and show the prod also. Again, CP test.tf vars, I'm copying it to prod.tf vars. Okay, so go for prod.tf vars. Now in prod, let's take I want 3 servers. Okay, AMI will be same. Instance type I wanted as T2 large. Let's take what I want, large. So name of the server will be prod. Now if you see again the requirement is differed or not, sir. So for different requirements, for different configuration, which concept you need to use now? Different TF vars. Now see, I want to create developing infrastructure. So I can go and give the command Terraform. What is the first command? Terraform init, but already we done init one time. Second time not required. Second command is Terraform. If you use Terraform plan, we are going to tell take the variables from the variable file called dev.tf vars. Which one? Now this Terraform will plan the resource creation from the variable called dev.tf vars. In dev.tf var, what is the count here? AMI will be so and so AMI, instance type will be T2 micro, server will be dev. Whatever the values you applied for this file, now that will execute. Yes, for different requirement, we need to create different TF vars only. If you don't create, you need to keep modifying them every time. You keep modify every time, or like you prepare template only one time. In real time, you have 3 environments only. 3 environments: dev, test, UAT, and prod. These 4. So now Terraform, next, apply. So give Terraform apply. Yeah. -, auto, approve. So now automatically the infra of developing is creating or not, sir? You can see by name. Currently, what is the name? That means which infra is creating now? Click on refresh. Is it came now? What is the name of the server? What is the instance type? Micro. And how many servers you created? That means is it properly executed or not, sir? Yes. So likewise, similarly, after some days, I want to. So likewise, here I create the dev infrastructure now. So after that, now if I want to create testing infrastructure, what I can do directly, I can go here and instead of dev.tf vars, what I need to put here now? Now automatically Terraform will take the variable from test.tf vars file. It is going to execute. But currently I have the dev infrastructure. But when I execute testing, dev will be deleted. I'll tell you what is the reason later. Okay. Don't worry as of now. I'll tell you what is the reason later. Sorry. By God grace, I'm still alive here, Parinath. Okay. So click on refresh. So testing server 1 came. Now go ahead and check. Click on refresh. Are you getting testing infra now? Previously you create which infra? Dev. But after I create testing infra, dev got deleted or not, sir? Test will come. So similarly, if I want to create prod infrastructure, what I do instead of test, I can put prod. But verify the testing infra. Name of the server will be test. Number of servers will be 2. Type will be T2. Medium. Correct. Now go and give here prod. Which one? Prod. And again, test will be removed and you can get prod. There is a reason. I'll explain. First of all, see the concept. Okay, I'll tell the reason later. Because it is the concept of workspace. I'll explain what is workspace. File will be there. Only infra will be deleted. Go ahead and refresh now. How many servers you are seeing now? 2. Next one will come. Wait. Haven't I modified that to 3? Okay. Fine. I think in the prod I have put only 2. That's fine completely. In prod, how many files I put here? So first 2. That is the reason I got 2. If I put 3, then I can get 3. So is the concept of implementing the TF vars clear for all of you know? What is the main purpose of implementing TF vars? Because if you are having different configuration, so we are going to create different TF vars. Is the point clear for all of you know? Online is the concept of Terraform TF vars clear for all of you or not? Can you please confirm in chat box? Clear. Okay. So now I'm going to discuss what is the reason of removing the infras actually. See guys, here in Terraform, if you create one infrastructure, if you try to create second infrastructure, first infrastructure will be modified with second one. Why? Because here you are doing it on same workspace. You are doing it on same workspace. So workspace is your tomorrow's concept. In real time, if you want to create different environments, you need to use different workspaces. But currently I am using only one workspace only. All of these are going to happen on default workspace. Let me show you. Terraform workspace list. You can see default. Are you able to see default now? So the reason why it is removing the previous infrastructure and running the current infrastructure means in real time, if you want different infras, you need to create on different workspace. But currently, how many workspace you are having? Default only one. Okay, but in tomorrow's class, I'm gonna create the different workspace to different environments. That is the reason why previous one is deleting and current one is running on the infrastructure. That's it. So finally, let's go and delete them. Instead of apply, I need to put here destroy. Destroy. So Divya, basically you need not to give plan all the time. If your code will be very good without any errors, directly giving plan, you can go and give apply. That's completely fine for practical point. In Terraform, plus indicate creating the resource and minus will indicate deleting the resource. And there is one more thing called tilde. Tilde means modifying. I'll explain what is modifying. Okay. Tilde, like this one. There you can go now. Let me release this one. You can go and you can check it here. I don't have any infra running here as of now. Is it clear for all of you now? That's it. Okay. Sir, for example, in the first session, you shown me how to give variable in the main.tf. Later, you shown me how to give the variable in the variable.tf. But now you are showing the variables on tf-vars. But there is one more thing we can pass variable that is from CLI. Which one? Let me remove the tf-var files. rm minus rf, dev.tf-vars, test.tf-vars, and prod.tf-vars. Okay. So currently, if I try to give Terraform apply, I don't have any var files. But if I try to give Terraform apply, so now this time you don't have any values in your variable files. It is asking from CLI. For example, see, oh, sorry, not destroy. Wait. I need to give Terraform apply. Wait. Terraform apply. If I try to give Terraform apply, what will happen? You know, I don't have any variables. So if you don't have any variables in the file, now Terraform will ask from CLI. Let me show you. What is the AMI value? Just to go and give AMI value here. I already have AMI value. Just go and take this and give it. For example, I'll take this AMI. The second one, instance count. How many I want? One. Next, instance name. Like I'm gonna give Raham server. Which server? And finally, instance type T2 micro I want. That's it. Now, how you are passing the values? From the CLI. From how? Why you are passing the CLI means when if you don't declare the values, when if you are not declaring the values in any of the Terraform configuration files, if you are not passing any values, no Terraform will ask from the CLI. Okay. So let me show you here. After creating the resource, I'll tell you where the values are missing. So currently it is creating the resource. Just let me go and show you the live creation. Click on refresh. Yeah, it is completely new one. So what is the name of the server here? T2 micro and number of server will be one only. Now if I go and give, first of all, you have main.tf. Second, you have variable.tf. And apart from these two files, are you having any other files? Of course, state and state backup will be there. This is not the configuration files. So in Terraform configuration file, in main.tf, you are telling take the values from variable. But where is the variable located in the variable.tf? In variable.tf, you have the variable block. But where is the value here? No. If you don't define any value on the Terraform configuration file, Terraform forcefully asks you to declare from the CLI. Why? Because without having any values, how can you create the like resource? Correct or not? So this is the way how exactly we are going to deal with the Terraform CLI. Which one? CLI main purpose is to pass values from the CLI itself. Okay. That is the first method actually what we shown. Terraform apply and Terraform destroy. First method. But there is second method also. I'll show you second method. For example, let me go and take this one. Let me destroy. For destroying also, it is going to ask you the values. But for destroying, even though if you don't give values, it's completely fine. It will destroy still. From the state file. See, currently, if I am skipping any value, I'm skipping the instance. Let me show you. AMID not giving. Instance count I'm giving 1. Instance name what I'm giving here. Raham server. Instance type I'm giving it as std.tf. micro. Have we given the AMI ID there? No. Why? Because for applying, you need to specify all the values. But for destroying any one or two values will be fine. Why? Because destroy command will refer the state file. In state file, already that resource is there. Now state file will directly go and delete that file. So remember the logic point. Apply will take the value from configuration file, but destroy will take the value from state file. That means if you define some values and if you're not defining some values, automatically if you run destroy, this is directly going for state file. In state file, already the resource information is there. Directly it is going to delete the resource from the real world actually. So it is very, very important command. Okay. Apply will take value from configuration file. Destroy will take from while destroying. Do we need to specify all the details or like any one or two is enough? Any one or two. But for applying, we need to specify all the values. Correct. So first method I shown you how to pass value from CLI. Now second method also I'm going to tell you. For example, let's take VM like I'm going to make it a simple format for you. Why? Because second method passing variables will be very, very difficult. Okay, let me pass. Terraform apply. -- auto approve. Okay. -var. What is the first variable, sir? Instance AMI, right? Just to give instance AMI is equal to give the AMI ID. Copy any of the AMI. First variable done. What is second variable? Instance underscore count. What is the value? 1. What is the third variable? Instance type. That is t dot micro. -var. What is the next one here? Instance name is equal to I want to give it as Raham server. Sorry. Jumble, like jumbling also you can do. Front and back also you can give. It is a second method. But in the practical notes, I have shown you how to pass only single variable. But in the class, I am showing you how to pass multiple variables. That means CLI is a common concept, but different methods are there. You can define -var, or if you don't define -var, it is going to ask you the prompt itself. Is it done now? So in this way, you can define the variable from CLI. See, you can directly give Terraform apply. It will prompt you to take the values, or second one, you can put -var and you can mention the variables itself. Is the concept clear for all of you know? That's it. So in this way, we can able to give the values of Terraform variables. So now finally, I'm going to give the command Terraform destroy. The intentionally, I'm going to remove one variable here. Is it going to work or not, sir? I'm removing one variable intentionally. Now let's check like Terraform is going to destroy this or not. It is asking, but I'm not giving. Still, I'm not giving. I'm ignoring it completely. Destroying or not. So while deleting, no need to pass all the variables. Any one or two is enough. That's it. So here I'm giving. If you want to pass single variable from CLI, you can use -var. Or if you want to pass multiple variable from CLI, create a TF vars and use it on -var -5 like this. For single, you can use -var, but if you are having more than one value, you can put variable.tf vars and automatically you can put -var -5 in the CLI itself. This is the high level overview about the Terraform variables. And one more thing, we can define the variables in the Terraform auto TF vars also. There is one more file called auto TF var. In there also you can define the values. That's it. And one more thing is you can put the environment variable for Terraform. Let me show you this one also. Basically, we don't use environment variables much. Terraform environment variable. Let me show you. So you can create an environment variable. From that variable also you can go and you can take the values. For example, see, you can use the command export tf var ami is equal to so and so ami. Okay. If you put like this and in the configuration, if you try to run, automatically it can take from environment itself. Let me show you. Here you can take, I can take this value. VIM main.tf. So now this time I'm removing all of the rest of the things. Why? Because I don't want any of them. So directly I can take only one variable of environment. Instance type, I want to give T2 micro. Name will be Raham server. So here I don't have any value for my variable called AMI, right? So what I can do is export instance underscore AMI is equal to take the AMI value. Of course, here I'm exporting only one value, but you can export different values as per your requirement. If you export like this, now try to run Terraform apply. Now have I given AMI anywhere in the configuration? Here also I'm not giving. Wait. There is a small mistake. Let me correct that mistake. In variable section, I need to delete these values actually. I need to put instance AMI. Now see the configuration file. In the main.tf, I have taken the variable. That is AMI ID. Okay. In the variable.tf, even I don't have any value here. Now if I run Terraform apply, just check what will happen. I'm not giving the AMI. I'm not giving it. Now see. How is the AMI taking here? Is it taking the AMI? No. But even we export to the variable, to the environment variable or not, sir? But why it is not referring the environment variable? Here, as per the official documentation, you can go and check. I have given export AMI. Correct or not, sir? So now, why it is not working? There is one small thing you need to understand. Very one small thing. What is the name of the variable? Export TF var. But what we have given here, we have given export. See this one. Export instance. So both are same or different, sir? So if you are using environment variable from Terraform, definitely you need to go and you need to use the TF var only. I'll copy this one and I'll paste it here. Now give Terraform apply. Now again it is asking again. See, now again I'm ignoring this one. Again, what is happening here? The variable is not pausing, right? Why it is not pausing, sir? Wait. I'll remove AMI completely from here. I'm not defining AMI here anymore. Just check it out. Wait, RM minus RF variable dot TFR. So I'm removing the variable here. Now I have only one file, cat main.tf. Here I'm not defining the AMI here. Without defining the AMI, I know it is mandatory field, but I'm trying to create this one. Is it applying here? Why? Why? Because hyphen var. What is the name of the variable here? TF var AMI. Can I take like this? Can I take like this? Think. No, it's not working. Tell me, tell me what is the reason for it? Sir, what is the only thing that is missing? Of course, I'll give you some hint also. The official documentation, check out the variable section. So it is the thing what I can show for your reference. Check it out. Any reference you are getting now? Anything? Environment variables are there in front of you. I have given a TF where AMI is equal to so and so AMI ID. Okay, but like how we are going to pass it? Read this one for me. See, the value of TF CLI arguments will specially additional argument that comes to the CLI. This allow easier automation of CI environment while modifying the behavior of Terraform. Okay. These arguments are insertly directed after the subcommand such as plan before any flag specified to the command line. Okay. For the example, the following command tfcli args is equal to input false. So Terraform apply -force is equal into manual apply. For example, if I go and see tf var AMI. So I'm typing like this. Okay. How exactly I given tfcli var like tf AMI ID. I'm going to type like this is equal to input false. What I need to give here? Input false. Input is equal to false. However, there is like exactly I'm typing this one. Now here, just remove this one. Double quotes and all, like remove this one. If I type like this one, now see. Again, what is happening? Is it working fine? Now why, sir? First of all, let's go and check with the plan. Then we'll come to the apply. Terraform plan. Still it is not working. What is the issue for it? Just try and let me know. What might be the issue? We need to compare. So double is equal to. We need to assign the value rate. Divya. Okay. I'll show you some other example for you. Now, by seeing this example, just tell me. Go to here. Want environment variables. Now it is how exactly I have given export value. Okay. So now how to pass this? That's what the question. Now you can refer any one of this. See, this is one. Okay. So environment variables, to do so, like the variable name part of the format must be equal to so and so variables dot tf file. So for example, to set AMI as a variable run, so export tf var is AMI is equal to so and so AMI. Apart from the above environment variable, it is important to note that Terraform also use few of the, like you need to set up the tf log, tf cli args and tf data dir. Okay, if you go and see, here you are seeing this one. In the above output, you can see invalid -var option you are seeing, and AMI is important. Without giving the AMI to the main block, without giving AMI for the main block, we cannot pass the environment variable. That is the first thing you need to understand. Okay, just go ahead and check this out now. I am giving AMI is equal to, so AMI need to refer to where, sir? TF where? AMI. Can I give like this directly TF var AMI? Go and try it now. Now let's see how it will work. Is it working again? No. Just let me take it off. Check it out now. What is happening here? A reference to a resource type must be following at least one of the attribute. So finally, is it working as per our expectation? What is the reason? We have defined the environment variable, but that environment variable need to invoke to a Terraform configuration file. Like how it need to happen. Let me go and show you some other example by using ChatGPT. Why? Because it will be very easy for you to understand. Let me open ChatGPT. I'm asking the ChatGPT now. You can easily figure it out. Okay, just understand like what I'm trying to do. How to use environment variable. Wait, Terraform config file. Explain using AMI. So guys, you can see it now. First of all, to define the environment variable. Have I defined the variable here? TF var AMI. Correct. Second, in the file, you can go and check AMI what I have defined. Var dot AMID. Here, what is AMI defined? Var hyphen underscore ID. Right? Here I have given AMI underscore ID. So as per this one, in our case, how we define the AMI here? You can go and check. Wait. How we define the variable here? If I go for export, I have given TF var underscore AMI. That is the way how I define the AMI, right? Now in my configuration file, I need to go and put what here? Only var.ami. That's it. Just to go and see and put var.ami. What I'm putting here, var.ami. That's it. Why? Because in the export section, I have given only AMI. So after doing this one, now what is the next step here? You need to create the variable section. What you need to create? Variable section. So I'm copying the code and I can create the variable section. So like here, if I don't give variable, now see what will happen. Terraform plan. Without giving variable section, I'm trying to plan. It's not working. Okay. Why? Because it is not declared on any of the blocks. So definitely need to go for variable.tf. Or without going to variable.tf file also, you can define inside the main block. That's it. So it is my variable block. So description is not optional. Type is also optional. So default, I am putting it just as it is. And your name of the block must be AMI only. Now you Terraform plan. Oh, variable spelling is wrong. Wait. Move variable to variable. Now you Terraform plan. Now check. Taking the value. That's it. So the only thing you need to understand is while exporting the value, what exactly you are defining here after TFR. After TFR, what exactly you are going to give? This you need to take it as variable and create a variable block for it. That is the only thing you need to understand. Now directly you can go and you can give the command Terraform apply --auto approve. Auto spelling wrong. Auto approve. That's it. So this is the way how you can deal with the Terraform environment variables. So instead of passing from variables files or tfvar files or even from Terraform CLI, you can pass variable from the environment also. How you can pass? That's it. Solent is the concept of environment variable in Terraform. Clear for all of you? Can you please confirm how to pass the environment variable? Clear. First of all, use the command export, define a block. That's it. Terraform plan and Terraform apply. The reason why I said is if you are going with experience, so this kind of question might come up for you. That is the reason I'm telling you. Finally, after creating, you are going to do now destroy. What are you gonna do? Destroy. That's it. So in the meanwhile, let me give the code for you in the separate page. Hmm? Very harsh command. And it's 18 seconds. So let me give this code for you. So Terraform env variables. First of all, export it. This command is very, very important. First of all, export this one. After that, cat main.tf and cat variable.tf. There you go. That's it. So next concept will be Terraform outputs, sir. Which one? Outputs. Basically, for the outputs, I don't require variable file. So rm minus rf variable.tf. I'll go to main.tf and I'll just give the AMID here directly. But because this concept doesn't require like any kind of separate file. So So even though if you put variable and if you delete variable, that's completely fine. But I'm making it very easy by deleting the variable sections here. Okay. Sir, for example, when you create the resource, you want to print the information about this resource. For example, if I create the resource, I want to print the public IP and private IP of this server. So how you can do? In that case, you can use a command called output block. Which block? But in the menu, let me go and create this one. So I'll apply this Terraform configuration. So in Terraform, whenever we create the resource by Terraform, it will print the output for you. Okay, so this block output block is going to print the output for you. For example, here I create the resource, but for this resource, I want to print the public IP and private IP. In that case, the output block is going to be helpful. Today, I met a support guy, right? So they are having issue with the output block only. So like just understand the concept. It's going to be very, very easily. AMI create news, AMI invalid. Seems, wait, why it is invalid? Okay, here C is added. Wait. So it's creating now. By default, you create a lot of instances, but have you seen any IP address of any instance after creation? No. Have you seen any DNS of any information after creation? No. By default, Terraform will not print the outputs of any resource. But if we wish to print, we can use the blocks called output blocks. Which block? So let me show you very quickly. So once it is got created, I can show you. Of course, before creation also we can write, but let's see. Currently, here if you can go and see, if I click on refresh, I'll be getting the server. It is my name of the server. And you can say IP address. What is the IP address of the server now? 50, 17, 53, 187. Remember last one, 187. Okay. So now if I go here in main.tf, I'm going to give the block called output block. Which block? Outputs. Name of the block will be Raham. You can put any block. That's completely fine. Okay. So your value, which value you want to print? Okay. Whenever I create AWS instance with label name 1. Whenever I create AWS instance with label name 1, I'll get one public IP. What I'll get? Public IP. So show that for me. Currently, which block I modified? Output block. Which block? Now Terraform will execute the output block only. Wait. There I need to remove yes. Outputs, not output. Is it printing the public IP address or not, sir? No? Just check it out. You got the public IP address or not? So like that, if you want to resource information after creating, you can use the output block. Sir, similarly, if I want to get the private IP, what I can do? If you are executing multiple blocks, take it as an array. Okay. Make this open brace, comma, and put the close. Now I want to get the private IP address. What I want to get? So whenever I execute AWS instance with label name 1, with label name 1, I'll get one private IP address for that instance. Just type here private underscore IP. Why I'm giving underscore? Why? Because those two are different values. So if you are having different values, you need to combine them with the identifier. That is underscore only. Now Terraform apply. Which block I change it now? Output block. Which block? So Terraform will execute which block have changes. In resource block, I don't have any change. It won't execute resource block. If I have only change on output block, it is going to execute only output. Are you getting private IP address now? Similarly, I want to get DNS also. What I want to get? Now tell me how I can add the DNS now. AWS instance with label name 1. So just to give public underscore DNS. So now again, I am not changing resource and provider block. So this will not execute. I change only this block. Now Terraform will find that changes happen to only this block. Now I will execute only this block. Are you getting public DNS now? Sir, not like this. I want to get the complete information of that complete resource. You are showing public IP, private IP, but I want to get the complete values of that resource block. In that case, what you can do? Here, instead of giving this many values, just to go and give this single value. Remove this one. Okay. It is by default 1. But here you can go and check. I'm going to put a star here. Car is in this one. AWS instance with block name 1. So if I give this single one, automatically Terraform will get values of that particular block itself. Complete values it will get. Let me show you. See, are you getting the complete outputs or not, sir? So if you don't mention any particular value, so by default Terraform will gonna print the complete values of this. Is it clear for all of you know? This is the concept of Terraform outputs. So here I have shown you how to get the specific output and how to get the complete outputs. Still it will work. In different environments, we're gonna see on tomorrow's session by using workspace. Online is the concept of outputs clear for all of you know? Can you please confirm? Clear. And here I have given a note point. What is a note point? When we change the output block, Terraform will execute only that block. So remaining block will not be executed because these are not having any change in that block itself. Right. And final concept is gonna be Terraform taint. So it is the last concept for today. So let me explain that one for you. Give me a second. Okay. So now see the concept of Terraform taint actually. Guys, taint purpose is to recreate. Which one? See, for example, in your infrastructure, you are working with a server. But unfortunately, that is damaged. You want to replace that server. You want to recreate. In that case, you can use the concept called taint. So let me go and show this very quickly. For example, if you can go and see. Here I'm going to add the bucket code also. Which code? So AWS bucket code is very easy. So directly you can go and write this code. So I'm removing the blocks here now. Okay. So to write the bucket code, it is very, very easy. First of all, you need to start with resource block. Which resource you are creating? I am creating AWS S3 bucket. That's it. Okay. And the label name need to be different. I am taking the label name 2. That's it. So simply, if you are creating a block resource, give resource block. Name of the bucket is, sorry, type of the object is AWS S3 bucket and label name is 2. Just to give here name of the bucket. Just here bucket name. Name of the bucket will be, I'm gonna give it as Raham Sheikh, some random bucket name like this. So like that. So here instead of name, you need to give the bucket itself. Okay. So don't give name. Why? Because for bucket, you need to mention bucket. Just to go and create now. Just give Terraform apply. Auto Pro. Now see what will happen again. Now already I have the EC2 resource. So now which block I added now? Bucket. So now only that bucket is gonna be created. Is it creation done? Within 1 second, you got your bucket ready. Now I'll give the command Terraform state list. How many objects you are having? How many objects you are having? 2. Sir, unfortunately, if my server is not working fine. So if I want to recreate that server, in that case, I can use the command called taint itself. So if I give the command Terraform taint and AWS instance with label name 1, automatically the next time, if I run Terraform apply with the same configuration, server will recreate. See, here, first of all, I create 2 objects, bucket and server. I want to replace my server. Why? Because it is not working fine. Let's say it is corrupted. So now I want to recreate the same instance. In that case, if I use Terraform taint and this AWS instance 1, after giving Terraform apply, first of all, it will delete the object. Then again, it is gonna create the same object. Just check it out. You can see 1 to add and 1 to destroy. First of all, is it deleting the existing server or not, sir? Yes, after deleting the existing server, now again it is gonna recreate the same server with the same configuration. Is it creating now? So this is the concept of Terraform taint itself. So now if you go and see here, Terraform taint, it is easy to recreate the specific resource in the infra. Why? Why means if I have an EC2, it got crashed. Now again, if I want to create EC2, now again I need to go and write the code in main.tf. Okay. So it is going to be very lengthy process. Why? Because again you go and again if you write the code, very long time. So now to recreate the EC2 separately, we need to taint the resource. First of all, give Terraform state list. Now give Terraform taint with AWS 1. Now give Terraform apply auto approve. That's it. If you give that one, now automatically you are going to get this one. Let me give the code in the meanwhile. Just to give cat main.tf. And in the meanwhile, I'll show you one more example also. Now this time, I want to recreate the bucket. So what I want to taint now? Bucket. Give the command Terraform taint this bucket. Now if I give Terraform apply, automatically the bucket is tainted. So now it is gonna delete first and again it is gonna recreate. See, is the bucket deleting first now? It got deleted first of all, and later it got created. So it's the concept of taint clear for all of you know. So in interview, they're going to ask in scenario basis. For example, in your running infra, if some X resource got crashed or it got corrupted, then how you are going to make sure that is up and running? So just the simple option is taint. But before Terraform version 0.15, we used taint. But now currently we are using replace option. Which option? Replace is the newer version of taint actually. For example, if I want to recreate the AWS instance with the bucket, so I can use the command Terraform apply, auto approve, just to put replace. Which object you want to replace? AWS instance with, oh, sorry. AWS instance with bucket label. So this is the one. This object I want to recreate. So instead of taint, what we are using now? Whatever taint will do, replace will do same thing. First of all, it will delete and again recreate. See? Is it recreating or not, sir? So simply I can say, in older version of Terraform, we use taint. But in the newer version of Terraform, what we are using here? Replace. Is the concept of taint and replace clear for all of you know? Online, can you please confirm is the taint and replace clear for all of you or not? Can you please confirm in chat box? So that's it for today's session, guys. Okay. So now before going for doubts and queries, first of all, how's the class for all of you today? Is it clear for all of you? Variables, outputs, taints. Online, can you please confirm me how's the class for all of you today? Okay, it was clear, good, fine. So like this, the rest of the Terraform class are also going to be very, very interesting. Okay, all you need to focus on concepts, not the codes. Okay. So I'm going to delete the resource now by using Terraform destroy command. By using Terraform destroy. The notes I'm giving it for your Google Classroom. So now if you are having any kind of queries in today's session or in tomorrow's yesterday's session of Terraform, you can ask now. So guys, again, I'm telling Terraform is going to be very, very amazing tool actually. Okay. So if you learn this Terraform, you will be having a lot of options in the market. And one more thing, today, not like in this week, mostly a company called FastPix is conducting the interviews. I'll be sharing the link for all of you in the Telegram channel. You can apply for it. Okay. Whatever the content I said till now, if you prepare that content, it will be enough for you to crack the interview. Okay. And the package will be good package. It's 4 LPA. So might if you prepare, definitely I'll recommend all of you to go for the interview tomorrow. And I'll be sharing the link for you right away. Just give me a second. Resumes already I have given for a Google Classroom, right? Just modify as per your requirement, but don't use the same template. Just go with different templates, okay? I have posted it on the classroom. You can go ahead and check it out. So still any more queries, guys, from your end? CLI notes haven't uploaded. Okay, I'll upload Divya. For experience, mostly like any institute will not provide the placement assistance for experienced people, but for fresher will provide. But Yogesh, you can follow me through LinkedIn. But in LinkedIn, I'm posting some experience stuff. Okay. So still any more queries from online or offline? So I'm gonna stop the server now, and we can use the same thing tomorrow. Uh, 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 yeah. That basically I have seen the work today. So mostly I'll be giving the support on Saturday. Mostly. I'm not sure. Friday or Saturday it might be. Or even it might be Sunday also. I said to him to give me a laptop on Sunday. Why? Because Saturday we have class now. So I said him just give me your laptop on Sunday. I'll just do it for you. I'll discuss what I have seen there and what is the issue. Okay. Issue is from the output block only. I seen the issue. But he missed the root module. I'll explain this on like upcoming days. What is the root module and like what he missed there. Okay then. So are we good for today? Online. So still any queries from you? So tomorrow we'll see the concept of Terraform workspaces, Terraform locals, and VPC subnet creation of EC2 instance. Okay, so this concept we'll be discussing on tomorrow's session, and tomorrow's class will be very interesting. And guys, by mostly today is 27th, right? Right. 28, 29, and after that 1, 2, 3, 4. Mostly by 6th we can wrap completely. Mostly I'm planning to do. If not 6th, it can take 8th. Mostly Monday. And that's gonna be last session for all of you. So we started on which day actually? 18th April. So from 18th April to 2.5 months. It's almost like how many videos done till now? Videos count. 57 videos done till the data. Okay. Basically, we need to complete 60 plus classes. But it can take, I think, 65 as per my expectation. 65 or 64. Including today's one, it will be 57, huh? Yesterday by 54. The 60 will be completed easily. Okay then. So that's it for today, guys. Let's move on to tomorrow's session with some new topic. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.